Hi, and welcome back. I'm glad you found your way back to Wisdom River Lodge. And for those of you who are seeing us for the first time, welcome. I'm Laura Silver, and this is Wisdom River Lodge, where we talk about all kinds of things. We talk about psychic issues, and we'll learn some stuff about Native American traditions and a little Reiki, probably a little Huna thrown in on top of that. So, glad you're back. And you can call live. The number is 664-4408 and ask me questions just about psychic stuff or Reiki or anything that you might have on your mind. The first thing I want to know from you guys, though, is who did their homework? Sent you out to the mall to beam goodness to people, and I want to know who did the homework. And if anybody wants to call in and tell us how it went for them, I'd appreciate hearing from you. This is a fun assignment that a lot of my students enjoy doing because they're really astounded by the results. And it's amazing how many people will turn around and look at you just because you're beaming something nice to them. So, who did their homework? If you want to give us a call, I'd really appreciate hearing. Otherwise, there's going to be more homework at the end of the show, so get ready. In the meantime, it's St. Patrick's Day, and I thought tonight that we could talk about rituals. Now, rituals are ceremonies that have been around as long as we have been around, and basically, they're bridges from this world that we live in to the spiritual world. Almost all form of life practices some type of ritual. Whales, birds migrate. That's a ritual. They do it every year, and they do it at prescribed times, and they do it in prescribed ways. And they teach their children these rituals. As human beings, we have tons of rituals. We celebrate holidays. We celebrate life events, marriages, births of children. So these things bring, these rituals bring a conscious awareness of life's form and recognition of things that are sacred for us. They also provide us with a certain level of well-being and balance. So we all do rituals, and today happens to be a ritual that a lot of people like to celebrate, whether they're Irish or not. And sometimes that can be a lot of fun. Rituals can bring, also, we can use them to bring positive influences into our lives, like bon voyage parties to wish the travelers well, birthday parties so that people have well wishes for the up and coming year. We also, christening and baptisms are also a ritual to kind of, to bless the child for their life. So we use rituals to honor the life that we live. One of the rituals when I was a kid occurred around Christmas time, and we were all young, and we'd all wake up really early and want to go downstairs and open up all of those marvelous presents that were under the tree. Well, we couldn't. We had to wait until my grandfather did his ritual, and his ritual involved him going down and preparing for his day, shaving and getting dressed. And he would take forever and ever and ever to do that. And as he would stall and take forever, the anticipation and the wonder and the magic of that day would just grow and grow and grow for us. So rituals kind of build up that anticipation for us and provide us with an emotional attachment to whatever it is that we're celebrating. Now, there are all kinds of prescribed rituals. But we can write our own rituals, and there are real easy ways to do that, or you can make the ritual very complicated. There are really 4 elements to any ritual. And the first element is setting the intention. And what that means is you get very clear in your mind what it is that you want to do. You may want to celebrate a change in your life, like you've got a new job and you want to celebrate that. So you set your intention that you're going to go out and have a great dinner with your friends. The second element is deciding what you're really going to do for your ritual. The third element is actually performing the ritual. And we're going to talk more about each one of these things in a minute, but we'll talk about the tools and some of the things that people actually do to create rituals. Then the fourth thing is something that sometimes people forget about, but it's really very important, and it's entering a silence. And in that silence, expressing some type of gratitude for the gifts that have come into you spiritually because of the ritual. Now, rituals, if you perform a ritual, it's not going to get you a car, it's not going to get you money, it's not going to really significantly change your outward life. And the whole point is that you change your inward life. Your inward life is where all changes occur. And that's where, when you start affecting your inward life, that's where you start changing your outer life. Things don't change outwardly until you change inside. And again, the ritual being the bridge for this world, the conscious world, to the spiritual world, that helps us to move things along so that we can change inwardly and create an outward change as well. In my classes, I teach a Huna ritual. Huna is the ancient Polynesian, an ancient Polynesian spiritual path. You all probably heard about the big kahunas in Hawaii. Well, Huna and the kahunas were the gods of the Huna spiritual pathway. And they have a very powerful ritual called a Ho'opunapuna. And it's actually a ritual of forgiveness. And in this ritual, the person who is seeking forgiveness sets the intention that they are looking for the forgiveness, and they write out everything that they feel they need to be forgiven. And then as I'm working with people, I have them go back, reread that, and rewrite it. And invariably, people will rewrite it 2 or 3 times before they feel that they have a solid understanding of what it is they're asking for. And then the ritual is actually enacted. And it's done by reading what has been written to another person who is objective and has nothing in the actual life of the person prior to their coming together for this ritual. But then the paper there's a forgiveness, words of forgiveness are spoken by the neutral person to the person who's requesting the forgiveness. And this whole paper is burned and then given to water. And this powerful, you may think, oh yeah, big deal, somebody that you don't even really know is sitting there and speaks these words of forgiveness, and then you burn the paper and throw it in some water, and everything's supposed to be better. Well, you'd be surprised at how much better it really is for people. So, and the number's up. This is a live call-in show. So you can call in at any point, and Travis, I hope you're not too busy tonight. You can call in at any point, but anyway, rituals do create profound effects for people. So when you're setting your intention, you want to be really clear about what it is that you're attempting to do. Again, remember that we're honoring the lives that we live. So your intention is going to flow somewhere in that. And you may be asking for forgiveness, you may be asking for a blessing, you may be asking for one of any number of things. In the second part, where you're actually creating the elements of your ritual, a lot of people will start to use or try to use tools to do that. And in Native American culture, we use things like fire and feathers and stones and crystals, and there are other groups that use other things as well. Some people use water, and there's a real nice ritual in a wedding ceremony where they light candles off of a main candle and carry that light out into the world for people. So a lot of times people use candles to do those, to perform their rituals. And when you're creating your ritual, you want to use things that are meaningful to you. Colors, sounds, scents, incense, and we, in Native tradition, we tend to use a lot of white sage. Those things all add to the experience of your ritual. And remember, we're living beings. We have these 5 senses. So the more senses that you involve in your ritual, the more powerful your ritual is going to be, because your entire being will take that in. And I don't know if you remember last week I was saying that smell is one of the first ways that we get psychic impressions, and smell is really important. So when you add some type of smell to your ritual, you're really cementing that for your brain. So I would encourage anybody to use some smell that works well for them in a ritual. Now, the third thing is actually performing well, let's back up. Some of the things that you want to think about performing your ritual is, where are you going to perform it? You want to be real careful if you got neighbors and you're going to be doing drumming. You want to make sure that you're not going to be disturbing other people. Although I think that if you go and talk to your neighbors and let them know that it's going to be a time-limited thing, they're usually pretty good about things like that. So you just want to be considerate of everybody else, though. And you want to think about who's participating in your ritual, and who do you want to do different things. In Native culture, traditionally we have an elder come and stand in each of the 4 directions, north, east, south, and west, to help cement the circle for us. Circles are very important in almost all cultures. And nature tries to make everything a circle. The seasons are a circle, and our life cycles are circles, and migratory patterns are circles. So you see a lot of circles in nature, and in the traditional Native way, there are a lot of circles too. A lot of times when people are performing rituals, they just naturally move into a circular pattern and don't really even think about it sometimes. So in Native tradition, we have a person stand in each of the 4 directions, and they guard those directions, and then as we perform our rituals, the person is presented to each one of those directions as a person who has now gone through this rite or gone through this ritual and gets the blessing of each of those directions. So those are types of things you want to consider is who's going to do what and how are you going to do this. When you actually perform your ritual, you know, it can be a very powerful and very moving experience. So one of the things that I don't think I can emphasize enough is the piece after you've performed your ritual is the gratitude. And gratitude is an amazing thing. A lot of people come from a mindset that if I don't have abundance, if I don't have wealth, then I have nothing to give away. And gratitude is very much if you give away, and you know, abundance can be a smile, it can be helping a person pick a book up off the ground that they've dropped. It can be saying hello to someone. That can be abundance. And when you give that expression of abundance to another person, you get that back. Well, gratitude is the same way. When you give out gratitude, you get that back. And people don't seem to understand that. And I walk down the street and smile at people, and it's almost like they're a little nervous or a little scared, almost like they think I want something. But a smile is free, and it's an easy thing for me to give away, and I enjoy giving them away. And I do it with a sense of gratitude. And when we do our rituals and then spend some time with a sense of gratitude, it brings back so much more to us. And nobody has called. Here I am again, live psychic on a live call-in show, and the phone doesn't ring. This is astounding to me. So what have I got to do to get people to call in? I got no Ginzu's knives. A little song and dance. No, that won't work. I could tell you a joke. How about I tell you a joke? This is one of my favorite jokes. And now remember, I'm psychic. What do you call a 4'9" woman who, a 4'9" psychic woman who just got out of prison? You call her a small, medium, at large. Okay. So I'm not very good at telling jokes either. And the phone still doesn't ring. Oh well. Well, listen, I'm going to be here the first and third Tuesday of the month at 8 o'clock. And we're just going to keep doing this. And hopefully, as you folks get to know me and realize that I'm just a regular person just like you, that you'll start calling and we'll start having some conversations about some of this stuff. Some of the most amazing things have been happening in my life over the last few months. And this show is actually kind of a ritual for me to come on and to give back gratitude for all of the goodness and the things that I have been receiving in my life. So here I am standing in my truth, and there's nobody out there. It must be because it's St. Patrick's Day and everybody's got corned beef and cabbage and other things on their minds. Let's see, it's not baseball season yet, so, Anyway, so what rituals are we going to do here? And that actually is going to be your homework assignment. is to create a ritual for you and or your family that is yours and celebrates some aspect of you and your family. So, somebody did call. Great. Hi, you've reached Wisdom River Lodge. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, my name is Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
I just want to know what you're talking about, spiritual and any kind of thing?
Just about, yes.
Yeah. Gratitude, I dream of my loved ones. My father passed away 10 years ago and had a good friend from North End High Rise. He passed away a couple of years ago, and I'm always dreaming of these people.
Uh-huh.
And maybe they're watching over me. They want prayers said for me, or I pray for them. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
You know, because right now I'm going through a difficult time. I'm trying to move back to North Adams, and that's on hold. That's on the waiting list. And maybe because I'm dreaming different things, moving and family-wise, and everything is going on with me too, you know.
Uh-huh. Well, Debbie, my experience is when we dream about loved ones who've crossed, that it's because they are coming to let us know that they're still with us and that they want the best for us.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So good for you that they're coming and they're staying with you and they're working with you during this time.
Yeah, sometimes these people talk to me in my dreams, sometimes they don't.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Uh-huh.
My dad, I was close to I still got my mother, you know?
Uh-huh.
But my dad's been gone for 10 years, but I still love my mother too.
Uh-huh.
You know, so, you know?
Uh-huh. Well, and I'll give you a big hint on, it doesn't sound like things are going exactly the way you want them to right now.
No.
But what you do is you hold in your mind.
I keep praying all the time.
Yeah, well, prayer is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And hold in your mind the picture of how you want it to be. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. I'm always got a picture in my mind.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you hang on to that.
Yeah, well.
And that will happen for you.
Yeah, it takes time.
Sometimes it does, yes.
I gotta have more patience. I know that. I go to the Green Center, Berkshire Mental Health, and I have a lot of anxiety issues, and sometimes I get anxious, and sometimes when you wait for something, you get more anxious. But things take time, I know.
Yeah, they do. And if you can be patient instead of anxious, and one of the things to help with the anxiety is just keep breathing, dear. Just keep breathing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
okay.
I'm going to leave you with that, and thanks for calling.
Okay, have a wonderful day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so she brings up some great points. She's talking about manifesting, actually, and when we perform rituals, that's a good way to help us to manifest things that we're looking for. But again, like I said, you got to start inside to have it show up outside. So, and hold clear images in your mind. The clearer you can make things in your mind, the clearer you can set your intention, the better off it will be for you. So, you want to do that, and thanks for calling. Anyway, I need to get a drink of water here. My voice is about to go, and that won't be funny. So, and we have another call. Hey, this is great. Thanks. Hi, this is Laura. Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. There's a little delay going on here with my phone.
Yeah, there is. If you turn your set down, you'll probably hear me better.
There we go. That's good. I just want to say that you look lovely this evening, first of all, and I want to say that you're doing an excellent job. No, we're not that busy. We did have a few calls when we first started, but we're expecting a few more calls to come in. As far as the whole ritual thing goes, I definitely understand that. You know, you said today everybody's Irish. It doesn't matter if you're Hispanic or African American or Portuguese. On St. Patty's Day, everybody's Irish, and people are doing, things with green beers and all kinds of weird, happy St. Patrick's Day stuff. So
Exactly.
but yeah, definitely, you're doing a great job, and I'll try to have to spread the word, to have people call in for you. But I got some of my brothers here watching a TV show with me, so you're doing great, and I'll make sure I spread the word. Take care, Laura.
Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, I actually recognize that gentleman, some of our finest in the firehouse tonight. Thanks, guys. So, we're coming down to the end here. And one of the things I want to remind you is the website is up. It's wisdomriverlodge.com. We've got some cool stuff going on. Yep, there it is on the screen right now. There have been some changes in the last couple of weeks. The Reiki healing cards are in. They're absolutely gorgeous. You really need to take a look and check them out. And there's some new classes posted, and there's all kinds of different stuff going on. So check out the website. And, the other thing that you can do, I'm sorry, guys, we haven't got time for a phone call. The other thing that you can do is, if you don't want to call me here, email me your questions, and I can answer them here online. Yeah, I can answer them here for you. And then if you're shy about calling or whatever, you can just email me your questions, and I'll answer them. Again, we're going to be here the first and third Tuesday, 8 p.m. every month. And yeah, email me at the website. There's a contact page where you can get right to me, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. And I'll bring the questions in the next time we're here, and we'll go for it. So now, do you get your homework? The 4 things: you're going to set your intention, you're going to write your ritual, you're going to perform your ritual, you're going to have your period of silence and gratitude, and you're going to do your ritual with your family, I hope, or with people that are around you that you care about. And then you email me. Let me know about your ritual. Let me know what you decided to do. Let me know, how it went for you, and we'll go from there. I can bring all of that in next time I come. If you're shy about calling, we'll do it that way. So, and again, if you didn't go to the mall and you want to go back, or you want to go back out to the mall, I'd like to hear how that all went. So, we'll see you the first Tuesday of next month. In the meantime, we'll leave the light on in the lodge for you.